What's good, y'all? It's your boy. Get me into the light. There we go. It's your boy, Super Johnny B 420K Sharp Johnny B 420K Johnny B, bro. Here with this video. I know it's been a long time coming. I finally reposted something on YouTube. But here with a video to teach y'all how to make um a bacon cheeseburger wrap. Now, the way that I'm gonna do it, I like to call it the ground beef or the mom burger, because where I'm at right now, there's a place called Mom Burgers where they make burger subs, but they don't use burger patties. They use ground beef. So the way that I'm gonna do it, and I feel as though it's the best way, because you can fill your tortilla up with as much meat as possible if you want, that it can hold. And not only that, you can take out, unlike a burger where you have to chop it right or cut it in slices right, just so you can get the fit and make sure it's. This is something that it's easier to um bend, mold, do what you want, because you're messing with ground beef. Now, I got my bacon out. I got my ground beef out. I'm about to chop up my onions. I don't have lettuce, but you can chop up your lettuce to add it to the wrap, or whatever. If you want lettuce, tomato, onion, mushroom, I'm gonna saute up some mushrooms. Cause I got a couple mushrooms. So let's get to it. Right. So as you see, I got the mayo. We're going to spread this onto the tortilla first, so then we can just get that out of the way. You can do as much as you want, as little as you want, none. You can do it with ketchup, mustard, with blue cheese, ranch, Thousand Island, whatever you want to do. But I have mayo. That's what I'm going to use. Because I ain't got American cheese, I don't really mess with American like that. But usually I do cheddar or something, but I got Italian style. It's whatever cheese you like. You know what I mean? I'm using Italian style cheese. I got homemade pickles that was made. Shout out to Mindy, um, friend of the fam. Well, technically, but see, we got pepper, but I don't like to add pepper in my, because I really don't care for pepper in my burger. And we got mushrooms. So what we're going to do with the mushrooms first, because I want to get this cooked and start cooking. We're going to have the mushrooms in the pan. We're going to saute them, add a little oil so they can start cooking off. But we're also going to cook our bacon. So we can have bacon in when we cook. So let's get it. Alright, so got the bacon out of the... And I can't find where I put the little incision at. Can't get it out with one hand. Alright, so we got one strip of bacon. You want to lay it flat as possible in your pan, because it's going to curl up when it starts cooking, but you want to lay it flat as possible you can, so you can cook as much of it. While you're cooking it, you can press it down to flatten it out, but pretty much two strips, because it's going to shrink too, and that's another thing. The longer you cook bacon, the longer it shrinks. So turn on. Now I want to put this on a medium heat, because I want to cook the bacon a little quick, but I don't want to, how can I say, I want it to cook it quick, but I don't want to cook it too quick where it burns the bacon or overcooks it where it's tough. You can't, again, another thing that is your preference. So if you want, you know what I mean, crunchy bacon, leave it in longer. If you want a little chewy, you know what I mean, leave it in a little shorter. But the point being, you want to cook the bacon the way you want, but you want it to be flat so you can make sure you are cooking your bacon and not leaving anything unturned. So as you see, we got our bacon, we got our mushrooms. I'm debating if I want to. Oh, that's my garlic slice. We'll throw that back in there. But we'll throw that pepper back in there. and we're about to go cut up some onions. But as you see, I'm gonna add a little oil to it, to the mushrooms. But what I really want to do is I want the bacon grease, because you're hearing it cook now. Hold on. See, you're hearing it fry up, and you see the steam, the smoke. What I want to do is let the grease, when it comes out of the bacon, to come out, and then I mix that grease and the bacon so I might add a little tiny bit of oil to help push it out, but not a lot. You don't need to like drench it for a whole bottle. You don't, no, just a little squirt, you know what I mean? Mostly on the mushrooms, so then the mushrooms can get that little, and let the bacon do its job. So, all right, we're going over to the tortilla, and we're going over to chop some onions. And to show what I'm talking about, hopefully the light is bright enough, you can see the grease from the bacon right there. I'm making a slide some. I want to let that bacon fat go over. I gotta grab my oil. But you see right there that the grease is coming off the bacon. So that's how you know it's cooking. So. Now here's the part that I like doing. You got your onion. So get your good blade. I got my chef knife. You know what I mean? Let me angle it just right. Hold by. God. Yeah, okay, I got it. It's gonna be a little shadowy, but what you want to do, take a knife. You want to cut off this end right here and this end. Now, you want to go a little bit far up because there's a I want to call it the core, but it's like a part in that this is. Like, think of an apple. So I want to call it the onion core, but so chop that yellow part right there. You want to get that off. We'll go a little bit further up. By the time you're done, you want it to be like something like this, where pretty much your cores are out. You can just go, done. Chop, 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 done. Give them your pieces, or that you just cut off. Take the outer layer of your onion off, And another easy way, if like you cut it and it doesn't have like a little, like I was lucky, slit it a little bit, like take your knife a little bit so that you can like rip and you can pull off, yada yada yada. Now there's two ways you could do this. You could, I'm gonna show you both, and I'll use both, it's all cool. You could do it sliced and chopped. We're gonna do a slice first, so then I can show off how you get it to chop, and then we'll go straight to show you how to chop. So the slice, pretty much you find like a perfect size. Like, it's depending on how much onion, how thick your onion you want, if you're doing a hand slicing. So me, I'll go like right here. It's thick enough, but it's not too thick, and a nice precision slice right there. Just cut down. You see? That's how I like mine. Don't worry about it. It's ridging over because it's the end part, but you get what I'm saying. So that's how we do that. I'm gonna do it one more time so you know. Don't worry about the juices from the onions. That's what onions do. Find your spot. I'm gonna make this a little bit thicker so then I can show about the chop. See, a little bit thicker. Slice off the thin part. Now, hold on real quick. My bacon Yup, the bacon's cooked, and we don't even have to worry about the mushrooms because it's already in the grease. So we're gonna have to hurry this up a little bit. Now, you take your onion, right? You chop it in half. Like, I cut off the little part because it's thin. I think I got a thick part over here. I can, yeah, kinda. So, you know what I mean? But I'll use it because I want to demonstrate this. You cut your onion, and you kind of go in a ridge. You want to shoot. You want to shoot. You know what I mean? In a little, like a semicircle, like you're cutting a sun or cutting oranges. So 1, turn, 2, turn, 3, 4, 5, and you got your chopped onions. So, and with slice, all you gotta do is just cut them in half. Like 1, 2, 3. And then you got your slice, and you just pull them apart. So now you got your slice, you got your chop. It depends on how you want to do it, but that's how you do it. If you're chopping a whole onion, the best way to do a whole chop, you do, like I said, cut your 2 ends off. You cut it down the middle where you'll have like half, you know what I mean? You'll stand it up. Then you want to slice like ridges. So then you'll have like, you know what I mean, as much onion as you need. And that's for both sides. And then you take your onion standing up and you all the way through. It will cut them all down. Alright. There's your chops. There's your slices. Alright, party people, as you see, the bacon is cooking. The grease is on the mushrooms. The mushrooms are ready. Don't do what I do unless you're good. My bacon's the way I want, so we want to take that off. And I want to leave the bacon grease in there because when I throw my ground beef in there, and then when that's cooked up, I'm going to throw the onions in there to cook off the onions a little bit. Then pretty much I got my grease, I got my, you know what I mean? I don't have to overdo it, oil it or anything like that. It's already done. So let's get our ground beef in there. Take your ground beef. I'm only doing like 1, so I'm going to take a little bit of it. So you take your ground beef, you put it in. When you're messing with grease, put it to the side, let the grease go to it. Add a little bit more because I might just like, I'll just add a little bit more because I'm not making like a whole lot. And then next, we go to our seasoning part. You know how we do with our ground beef. Now, there's 3 seasoning I live by out of all of them. There's more that I work with, but there's 3 in particular that me personally, live by. Salt, pepper, garlic powder. The garlic powder bring out the flavor. Now, there's paprika, there's oregano, there's, you know what I mean, Italian seasoning. There's different, you know what I mean? But those 3 really bring out the flavor. That brings out that salty taste. The more you put on it, the more it tastes like not saying, but like more salt. The garlic powder bring out garlic. It's like if you're using not fresh garlic, but I would say it's like you're using garlic in there. So I like to sprinkle a little bit on there. You see how it covers? I put a little bit too much because I'm trying to look through the camera. But I'm going to mix it all together anyway, so it's going to mix well. So you don't want to go too hard, but you don't want to go too soft. Same with the salt. You don't want to go too hard because it'll make it extra salty. But you don't want to go too soft because you don't taste shit. Pardon my French. So pepper, black pepper. I said pepper. But yeah, alright. So let me get the last little bit of mushrooms that I cooked out. I'll turn you back on because I turned it on a low flame for a little bit because I had to, get the seasoning. But what you want to do? Start breaking up your burgers. I could flip my burger because it was cooking on that whole side when I was getting the seasoning out. But you get your spatula, your fork, you pretty much just want to break your meat apart. Now, I'm using a fork. Like I said, you get your spatula, your fork, whatever you need. You know what I mean? A spoon, a giant ass spoon. Again, pardon my French. But there actually is, somebody actually made something I seen when I was living in Arizona. They literally called their spoon the giant ass spoon. And they had a picture of a donkey on the packaging. So it's a play on words with them. Yeah, you mix your And don't be afraid to cook your meat in the grease, because you're going to take a strainer to strain the grease out. Unless you like the meat greasy, you know what I mean? I know there's certain people that like their food greasy and certain people that don't. But you want to let it sit in the strainer for a little bit if you don't. So then you can drain all the grease and all that stuff out. While we at it, let's get the mushrooms. Because they sat long enough. The rest of the little mushrooms that wasn't fully, cooked off. That's it. Alright, the beef is ready. Not really. Oh, and that's another thing. It depends on how you like it. There's different scales of cooking meat. You already know, you have rare, medium, medium well, and well done. Now, I can show you right here. This would technically be considered medium well, because it's cooked, there's a little bit of pink. This piece right here will be considered well done, because it's fully cooked. Medium well is how it would be like before I let it sit. For a medium, where it's like the outside's cooked, the inside is like pink. You know what I mean? Like maybe a little tiny bit cooked, but pretty much meat pink. And rare is just pretty much, I'm giving you raw meat. And yeah, so got that done, got that mixed. Let's get to the tortillas so then we can get that all put together. I'm gonna grab me a strainer, strain my meat, let the grease come out. If you're straining it, you want to strain it into a pot or a pan or something that, you know what I mean, could hold the grease. If, and only if, and I highly advise you don't do this, because it will get stuck in your drain and you'll have plumbing problems. But if for some reason you don't have nothing to put this grease in, and you're like, screw it, y'all say, I'm just gonna put it in the sink. If you're gonna put your grease in the sink, turn on your faucet, hot water. I gotta do dishes, but pretty much that's what yourself. You're not doing it for a job. You're not doing it as catering. You're not doing, and when I mean catering, I mean like, even if it's like, hey, I'm cooking for my mom's birthday. Oh my God! Oh my God, I just realized I gotta make a phone call. We're gonna get done this, but if you're cooking for your mom's birthday or something like that, pretty much I guess we're done. In the dirty pan. See, our onions are cooking. Shake it up so it can spread. As you see, it's starting to caramelize a little bit. Turn brown. We want it to caramelize because that will soften it up, but it will soften it up, but it will cook it. You know what I mean? Where did I put my cheese? Oh, I already brought it over here. All right. Take your cheese. And with slice, you just lay as many slices that you want on your wrap. Hold on. Your boy was going to get killed. He was going to get killed across state. This woman would literally come across state just to kill me if I forgot her birthday. Love you, mama. All right, but I like using. All right, that's what I was saying, because I accidentally pressed the wrong button and did the last part. But when you're messing with cheese, if you're using sliced cheese like sliced provolone, sliced American, sliced cheddar, you could just lay it flat on there. Done. I like using shredded or powdered, because then you can actually spread it. It does not affect in any type of way the form when you form your wrap. You know what I mean? Like when you roll your wrap together with sliced cheese, it will bend, yes, but it would bend and kind of make it hard to fold because it's more solid. Where this is, you say, just string. So you could just, boom, add as much as little with no real repercussion. All right. turn you back on because I really wasn't paying attention, so I had to turn it off. Always make sure you turn off when you're cooking on a fryer and stuff, or a stovetop, or a grill. Well, you can't really with the grill, and you kind of want to slow cook some stuff. But when you let's try the pretty good. Needs a little bit more salt, but that goes to what I was saying. But now we're throwing our ground beef back in so we can warm it up. Throw our mushroom back in so we can warm it up. That's all we're doing right now. We're caramelizing the onions, yes, but we're just warming up the meat and stuff because it's already cooked. Now we got our cheese. Like I said, oh, good thing I did not step down. Thank you, Yoshi, for being behind me and making me more worrisome. All right, perfect. Got your pickles. Pickles ain't bad. How about that? Had a couple of those bad mama jams in the wrap. Nobody like doing this because pickles are very slimy and wet and stuff, and it could mess up your wrap because the wetness. And that's another thing with when you're cooking with grease too, like greasy burgers or greasy there you go. Take our bacon, throw our bacon in. I might do two, so I might just break a little piece off. I might just hold on to this. Just one slice. Break that a little bit more there so I can have more bacon. But the wetness would affect the tortilla and make it softer, so it's easy to rip off and easy, you know what I mean? So now you just take your mixture, your mushrooms, your peppers, or whatever you did with your ground beef, and you pour as much as you want onto your wrap. You pour it on so then you can you pour as much on it because you want to be able to fold it, so you don't want to put too much, but you also want to put enough so you can actually taste meat or onions, or in my case, mushrooms. So we're going to put the meat on and we're going to pick it up from there. Alright, now that we got our meat and our concoction together, we're going to roll it. Now there's two ways you can roll a wrap. There's the fold over where you take your end, you fold it. I'm doing it one-handed, but I'm not going to do it this way because I like this way, but this is not the way I like. It makes it shorter in my opinion. So it's pretty much you're compacting it. You tuck in your ends and then you roll it. Then you roll it all the way up with the ends tucked. And you hold it tight enough where the end could you hold it tight enough where the ends will stay into the wrap. But the way I like doing it is you fold your end pieces and you make like a triangle, like an envelope triangle. And then you take that triangle and you fold it up and you tuck it in because you're making like a pocket, like you're making an envelope. And then you roll it. So let me get myself set again. It's going to be at the very bottom, but I really do need to invest in a selfie stick or a tripod. All right, the first way, you take your end. This is the first way, the fold over, I call it, where you tuck everything closer to the end that you're about to roll. You take your end, you fold it over, like so. Tuck your ends in, and then you just keep folding. If a little piece come out like this, it's all right. As long as majority of your sides are tucked in, you're good. So you see your side tuck in, boom, boom. Even if you have a little bit out, that's all right because you can still hold, boom, boom, boom. Now, the way I like doing it is like I call it the envelope because it's like making an envelope. You take your insides, right? You fold those in. Then you tuck these two parts of the end. You tuck them. You make a triangle. Then you take your triangle or your part and you tuck it into the little pocket that you made. And then you just roll up. And the reason I like that more is because it makes it look more thicker. You know what I mean? And not only it makes it look thicker, it actually tuck in the corners. So then you can hold it like this. Anyway, now you can slice it, corner, straight, take a bite. And there you go. You have a bacon cheeseburger wrap. And remember, no matter how you want to do it, if it's add lettuce, tomato, onion, banana pepper, black olive, whatever you want to do for your burger, do it. If you want shit to be raw, except your meat, because you can get sick off of your meat. But I'm talking about your vegetables and shit. Saying sit. You want to cook it off? Cook it off. You want to leave the vegetable and stuff raw? Do it. But the whole premise is whatever you want, make it into a wrap. Now, if you want to add way more, like I have small tortillas. That's hence small wrap. But if you wanted to make a bigger one, there are bigger tortillas out. Flour, I forgot the other stuff. Wheat, I think there's one. Spinach, jalapeno. There's different ways. So, thank you for watching. Till next time, peace. Alright, that's the video. And if you like more cooking videos, please subscribe, press like, and recommend what you